Why we are striking at Ford Motor Company. I work at Ford, Michigan Assembly Plant, Local 900. Half my plant is officially on strike. As we go through this process, here's some financial figures to remind us of what we're doing. Here's why we fight, and here's Ford's greed. Ford's profit last year was $23.66 billion. Mind you, that's not revenue. That's profit. That's what's left over after the company pays all its costs. Even during COVID, one of our slowest economic times in recent times, Ford made a profit of $14.39 billion. Ford currently employs 57,000 UAW workers. If Ford Motor Company doubled our wage, it would cost the company roughly $3.81 billion. That's right, folks. If Ford all paid us double our salary, all year long, they'd still have made out with almost a $20 billion profit to reward shareholders and fund buyback schemes. We aren't even asking for double, we are asking for a fair, middle-class wage. An FOMOCO should be happy that that's all we're demanding. Because in all honesty, we are due a hell of a lot more than what we're asking. We're due more than double what we're asking. Remember, brothers and sisters, all profits are just the extra value of your labor that the company keeps for themselves. These companies want to keep us in line. They want to make us feel like we are lucky to work for them. No, it's the other way around. They are lucky to have us do the work. I'm posting this on a couple different pages, including my timeline and non-union pages. And I just want to say, if you aren't currently in a union, look into what resources are available to start one at your place of work. If every working class person had access to collective bargaining, we could change this world. We wouldn't be drowning in debt. We wouldn't be priced out of a housing market. We wouldn't have to toil away all year long with the only luxuries you can afford is a handful of dinners and an Xbox. In the 4 decades since the trickle-down economics bullshit was sold to us, management and corporations haven't figured out that happy, fulfilled people that are secure in their jobs are more productive. They value that position and treat it as such. Treating employee with decency and respect isn't that fucking hard. They've had 40 years to figure it out. And they haven't. Poke them in their wallets. They learn quicker that way. Get what's already been earned. Rock. After the way workers were sacrificed for profits during the pandemic, it's no wonder that polls show that a majority of Americans support the UAW and unions in general. Let's not forget all of our fallen comrades. Jim Farley's 2022 compensation package was a $1.7 million base salary with $15.1 million in stock awards. CEOs prefer a stock-heavy structure for 2 big reasons. 1, long-term capital gains are taxed at a much lower rate than standard income would be. 2, since stock buybacks are legal, the company can artificially inflate the share price, which means more money for the CEO when they sell stock. You should be demanding triple and let them talk you down to double rather than negotiating against yourselves and only asking for what's reasonable. Fuck these psychopathic turdwookies. Also remember for perspective here that when effective unions first came into being here, they and their ilk had absolutely no problem hiring Pinkertons and other thugs to beat and kill us. Emo. The 600,000 homeless in the USA is a direct result of the dismantling of unions and pension systems. So hang on to your union jobs. And I hope you can win most of your reasonable demands. My job is about to strike if negotiations fall through this week. Raised fist, light skin tone. There's a reason why the Big Three can't get Mexican plants to pass quality control inspections. And it's not the state-of-the-art machinery. I'm a salaried Ford employee, and have spent some time on the floor for various reasons. What you guys do definitely deserves what you are asking. It is not easy. Just a question. Where did you get the 23B profit figure from? Ford reports EBIT. And I thought 2022 was around 10B. Wishing you all the best at UAW UPS Teamster. And if you're not in a union, start or join one. The rules have changed and it's getting easier for workers and much harder for companies to do. Union busting. Auto companies are laying off non-production workers now too, as leverage. So do not buy a car. Don't buy anything from Auto MFG. Op is correct. Go UAW clenched fist. Solidarity from a white-collar auto worker. You had me at striking. IATSE here on strike with writers and actors. This is the strongest labor movement in 100 years. Tech bro management will learn some humility whether they like it or not. Union strong. Brother. We support you, don't let the media convince you otherwise. I'm actually AF stockholder too. As a fellow union member I fully support your strike. Airline pilot here. Keep fighting, you're worth it. Don't stop at doubling your paycheck. Demand a profit sharing. Look at profit sharing structures for the airlines and start there. Management and investors shouldn't be the only ones getting bonuses during record profits. That's your sweat and blood that made it happen. I saw this on Status Quo live stream. The big three can afford to eat into profits a bit to pay you guys fairly. The only MSM coverage is millionaires complaining about their precious shares. Jim Cramer is the worst of them. The only people to fight for us is us. Solidarity to you. I hope you get what you want. All workers in this country deserve raises. Pay is not keeping up with cost of living and you at least have a union fighting for you. In solidarity, rock. Hell yeah. Good for you guys. Hope you all get that money. The federal government will probably step in to stop it like they did to the railroad workers. I am cheering you guys on. The last few years I have seen works fight back on unfair practices and love what I am seeing. Good luck to you all. Solidarity all the way. Good luck, friend. Rooting for you and will be calling out any astroturfan I see to paint union members as the bad guys. I have a cousin visiting me right now who works for Ford in the Michigan plant and he was explaining to us the family everything going on and such. It's wild and ridiculous it's gotten to this point, but that could be said for the state of the country in a lot of different fields. Rock solidarity, take M for all of it. Solidarity from Southern Ontario. Fellow Michigander here, keep it up. I stand in full solidarity with you. Strike on. If there are any picket lines or other ways to help in Denver, let me know. Stay strong. Our workplace organizing, our union solidarity. As a non-union employee of a company that has a large number of unionized employees, I wish you and the fellow strikers all the best. You are absolutely right about the fact that you aren't even asking for what you should be. May this be resolved quickly and in your favor. As a Metro Detroit resident and an employee of a separate industry that does a lot of work with the Big Three, I fully support all of you striking. I was posed to lose a decent size contract if the strikes were to happen, and I am completely okay with losing contracts until you are all compensated fairly. Good luck, and I hope it doesn't take those bastards long to realize without a workforce there is no company. I've also heard grumbling Ford was planning on just closing up a plant or two if the strikes happen. Maybe one in Hazel Park? Anyone here similar?